Machiavelli understood better than anyone the hidden cracks of desire. 9 female weaknesses that, if you learn to recognize, can give you a magnetic power impossible to ignore. Stay until the end, because you will discover the most dangerous one of all. The one capable of changing your life forever. The dynamics of power between men and women have always been shaped by invisible forces that are rarely named, yet felt in every interaction. One of them is the desperation for external validation. This is not a simple desire for compliments or praise, but an endless void that feeds on every approving glance, every gesture that confirms they are still being seen. Social media exposes this brutally. The obsession with posting the perfect photo, waiting for likes, collecting comments, that constant need fuels their self-esteem, but it is also a chain. And whoever understands this pattern knows it is not about giving approval freely, but about dosing it. What is given in excess loses value. What arrives in scarcity becomes addictive. Unlimited validation makes a man invisible. Controlled validation turns him into an irresistible magnet. Just as strong as the need to be seen is the need to feel safe amid their own emotional chaos. This is not about protecting them from external threats, but about possessing an inner strength capable of withstanding the emotional storm that erupts within them. When tears, complaints, and tension appear, most men collapse. They apologize without reason, try to calm things with empty phrases, or flee. That mistake destroys respect instantly. What changes everything is remaining firm, projecting calm in the middle of the storm, not raising your voice, not losing composure, not entering the whirlwind, simply showing an unbreakable presence that communicates, "I am here. Nothing shakes me." This awakens something ancient, the feeling that this man can withstand any storm, and that certainty creates a devotion that cannot be bought with gifts or grand gestures. True attraction is born from calm when everything else is noise. But the deepest weakness, one that determines whether a woman gives respect or merely tolerates a presence, is activated by unbreakable self-respect. Most men fail because they do not know where to draw the line. They give in, negotiate their principles, tolerate situations that destroy their dignity out of fear of losing her. That is the poison that kills attraction. True power emerges when a man shows he does not need to beg, that he can walk away even from the woman he desires most if she does not respect his standards. That brutal, firm gesture changes the rules of the game. She understands that being by his side is not a right, but a privilege, and when that truth settles into her mind, respect grows naturally. No one values what is always willing to stay without conditions. What is valued is what can be lost. Uncertainty works like an addictive poison. Desire grows when there is no certainty about what will happen next. The female mind is activated by broken patterns, unexpected silences, or responses that do not follow routine. Predictability kills attraction, but strategic variation keeps tension alive. This is not about disappearing without reason, but about introducing calculated pauses and absences that, upon returning, generate emotional impact. That mix of presence and unpredictability strengthens the bond and turns uncertainty into fascination. Just as powerful, the ability to become an emotional mirror. It is not enough to hear words, you must recognize what hides behind them. Naming what she feels before she says it creates instant connection. Hearing "I can tell you're frustrated because no one understands what you need" produces a visceral impact. The certainty of being seen without explanation. That experience releases trust and forges an invisible bond. Most men try to fix or dismiss emotions. The one who reflects them becomes a refuge, and their intense attachment is born because what they seek is not quick solutions, but genuine recognition. That recognition intertwines with an ancient fear, the fear of replacement. In ancient times, being left behind meant exclusion and loss of protection. Though today it is no longer about physical survival, the instinct remains engraved. A woman who is emotionally connected fears losing the exclusive attention of the man she values. Introducing competition, subtly a vague comment about a meeting, an outing without details, A silence charged with meaning activates her imagination, and, with it, the anxiety of being replaced. The effect is immediate. Her effort increases. She seeks to reaffirm the bond, and multiplies attempts to hold your attention. Asterisk added to this is their extreme sensitivity to social status. This is not just about money, but about presence and perception. They observe body language, how a man treats strangers, and how others respond to him. Real status cannot be faked. It is transmitted through confident movement, controlled speech, and occupying space without asking permission. That energy projects value. If insecurity is detected, attraction collapses. If firmness and external recognition are perceived, attraction rises. Social position is perceived authority, and that perception becomes an unavoidable weakness for those who seek validation. Asterisk one of the most effective weapons is using their own words as a mirror of coherence. Often, they express principles that appear unbreakable: the importance of honesty, intolerance for lies, the demand for respect. Yet in action, contradictions inevitably appear. Here lies the opportunity to demonstrate a level of attention few possess. Calmly recalling what a woman said in the past and gently confronting her when she acts differently does not create rejection, it creates impact. Not with aggression, not with raised voice, but by simply exposing the inconsistency. This disarms her because it reveals that you are observing beyond the surface. Someone who listens with such precision is dangerous and attractive at the same time. The result is a mixture of discomfort and respect that cannot be ignored. Asterisk another weakness running through this entire structure is the scarcity of true masculine energy. We live in an era where fragility, indecision, and emotional dependence have been normalized. Most men act from insecurity, seeking constant approval and avoiding firm decisions. That lack makes them predictable and weak. That is why when a woman encounters a man with calm, direction, and inner security, the experience feels transformative. It is not about shouting or imposing force, but about demonstrating through actions the ability to handle difficult situations without trembling. That silent energy expressed through gestures and decisions activates an ancient instinct of attraction toward what is solid. In the presence of such a man, everything else becomes irrelevant. Asterisk finally, the circle closes with the most decisive weakness, addiction to validation, now understood as an intermittent reinforcement system. What most men give desperately and freely loses value instantly. What is administered intelligently becomes a privilege, offering recognition at unexpected moments, valuing real achievements, and avoiding constant approval creates contrast, and that contrast breeds dependence. Controlled validation transforms the relationship into a field of permanent tension, where every gesture is magnified and every word carries weight. This control of approval is not crude manipulation, but an understanding of a mechanism that structures much of desire. Whoever masters it stops being a passive participant and becomes the one who sets the rhythm. Asterisk these final pieces reveal the full map. They are not simple tricks, but psychological patterns that emerge repeatedly in female experience. Contradictions, the need for firmness, and the hunger for recognition are cracks that, once understood, expose the invisible dynamics of power with brutal clarity. Asterisk you have seen the 9 weaknesses that reveal the most hidden side of attraction. Don't forget to subscribe, activate the notification bell, leave a like, comment if this video impacted you, and continue exploring our content. Something even more revealing is coming very soon.